Elo, elo, 320, jestem Zenek, a to jest Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown Demo. Demko dostępne na Steamie. Gierka jest cały czas rozbijana, ona wyjdzie bodajże chyba jeszcze w tym roku, ale nie jestem pewien na 100%. Nie pamiętam dokładnie. Co to jest? To jest taki roguelike połączony z elementami strategii, że tak powiem, w którym zarządzamy naszym głównym statkiem, czyli Voyagerem. Sam statek pochodzi z serialu Star Trek Voyager, który kilkanaście lat temu, czy no nawet kilkadziesiąt lat temu, już nie wiem chyba, no co najmniej z 15 lat temu leciał gdzieś w telewizji. Nie wiem czy w polskiej, ale na zagranicznych na pewno, gdzieś na jakimś Paramouncie albo coś takiego, cholera wie, nie mam pojęcia dokładnie. Tak czy siak lubiałem tą serię z tym Star Trek Voyager, podobała mi się, lubiałem bohaterów, lubiałem fabułę tego serialu, także było całkiem spoko. Teraz na podstawie tego powstaje giereczka, którą sobie mam zamiar popykać. No i zaczniemy od początku, od samego początku naszą przygodę. Nowa gra. Lecimy. You're a captain of the Federation Starship Voyager. Dobra. Stardate Captain Janeway. No i dobra, lecimy. Captain Janeway zbliża się do Voyagera. Nie wiem czemu nie ma lektora, cholera, czemu nie są czytane te napisy, nie mam pojęcia. Nie ma chyba lektora, trochę lipa. Szczerze mówiąc z tym czytaniem po angielsku. Ale zobaczymy jak to będzie. Ja lubię ten uniwers Star Treka, podoba mi się nawet. Nie jest może tak dobry jak Gwiezdnych Wojen, ale jest całkiem spoko, także myślę, że giereczka będzie też całkiem grywalna, tak mi się wydaje. Może sobie ją kupię jak wyjdzie w pełni. Już zrobiona, że tak powiem, na Steamie. Dobra, nasz brother startują, oni to w poszukiwaniu maki lecą chyba, tak mi się wydaje, zostaną przeniesieni do sektora Gamma, czy Alfa, czy cholera wie, do jakiegoś sektora zostaną przeniesieni, tam gdzie jest Borg i będą atakowani przez Borga i tak dalej, i tak dalej. Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting on duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to the expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you already meet Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessels. Dobra, czyli nie szukają tego Maquis, to jest jakaś tam grupa terrorystów czy coś takiego, cholera, bo już nie pamiętam dokładnie jak to było tam w serialu, ale oni poszukiwali Maquis i znaleźli jakąś dziwną stację czy coś takiego, z której przyniosła ich gdzieś w pizdu daleko w kosmos. Dobra, with all the respect, I'm observer and held a little benefit of my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in the sector. Call me pilot extraordinary, I think. Maquis? Whoa, I've heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to the lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Prison? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands. This is the captain. Report to your stations. Blah blah blah. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. No i lecimy w te Badlandsy jakieś. Niestety gierka jest bez muzyki, bo z muzyką na pewno by się YouTube przypierdzielił o prawa autorskie, więc jest bez muzyki. A muzyczka jest spoko w Star Treku, mi się podoba, lubię te kawałki z Star Treka, ale niestety gram bez muzyki. Dobra, into the Badlands. The Badlands are treacherous region of space when violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced ships. Captain Janeway observes the ceiling choose from the viewscreen subtle smile playing off her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Okie donkey, she's ready for the challenge. No nie będę czytał tych napisów, bo to jest zbyt długo to trwa. Scanners are picking up another vessel in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any ideas where your former colleagues might be hiding? It wasn't exactly my key of the year, Captain, but they didn't prefer underground bases, remote planets, and Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a entry Tetherion beam scanning us and a displacement were heading towards us. Dobra, coś się dzieje. Incoming! A colossal vessel of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager. Its power drowning anything the crew has even seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are intimidated? Whatever. Dobra. Red alert, helm, offensive maneuvers, czyli manewry uchyleniowe. No effect, there will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. YOLO. Coś ich dopadnie za 5 sekund. No i dopadło. Jakaś fala uderzeniowa. Aftermatch. As the crew regains consciousness, the field of bridge is total devastation. They find the bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. What just happened? Damage report. Major hull decks damage. The transporter are offline and we're receiving casual reports. Znaczy raporty o rannych, chyba tak mi się to wydaje. Bridge to sickbay, doctor, we've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we lost system across multiple days. Do deuterium tanks are empty, warp core goes to grey mode. We're on reserves barely. Czyli na rezerwach są jakieś, tam brakuje im jakichś surowców, żeby odpalić silniki czy coś takiego. Mr. Paris, take the helm, scan for the neighbor source of deuterium, czy deuterium, czy cholera wie jak to czytać. External sensors are offline, stellar cartography must be down. Voyager build captain. Dobra, czy Captain Germany to engineering, we need stellar cartography back online now. Dobra, co my tu mamy? Welcome to the tutorial. Click on the question mark on the left of the screen. Ja tak nie będę czytał. Workshop. Sickbay, engineering, ruined room, shield generator. Activate stellar cartography. Dobra, tu jest zadanie. Activate stellar by switching the power on. No dobra, gdzie to jest ta stellar cartography? Holodeck, sickbay, engineering office, battery compartment, life support, ruined room, shield generator, bridge, mess hall, science laboratory. To jesteśmy blisko chyba. To jest... No jak to się nazywało? To jest hangar chyba, no. Torpedo launcher, transporter room, stellar cartography, okay. Switch on. Captain Cersei is picking on something out there, but what Harry is trying to stamper is we're not in the Badlands anymore. No i dobra, i teraz zostali przeniesieni do tego kwadrantu alfa, czy gamma, czy cholera wie jak tam się nazywa. Tam gdzie są borgi i jakieś inne wynalazki latają. Where are we? If our sensors are working, we just jumped over several thousand light years into the Delta Quadrant. No, kwadrant Delta. Kilka tysięcy lat świetlnych polecieli w głąb tego kwadranta? Cholera, jak to czyta, jak odmienić. Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This area will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm, find us the deuterium source. Czyli musimy znaleźć surowce, krótko mówiąc. Dobra. Mamy mapkę i możemy gdzieś polecieć. Scan. Now we can get deuterium, okay. Navigate the ship between the various locations. When traveling, time passes on the for the cycles, czyli za każdym razem, gdy lecimy, czas zaczynają biec cykle, czyli czas jest odmierzany w cyklach, że tak powiem. Dobra, to polećmy tutaj. Dobra, small debris field, czyli jakieś asteroidy, czy coś takiego. We detect the small debris field scattered across the wide area. The debris appears to be remains of a vessel. Maybe we can find something useful, czyli jakieś szczątki statku znaleźli. Collect and assembly resources, czyli tu dostaniemy 360, a tu dostaniemy 554. Use the tractor beam to try to calm up the debris from easier collection. Tractor beam, no dobra, spróbujmy tym zrobić. O, lipa wyszła z tego. Average, tylko 139 dostałem tych surowców. No dobra, lepsze to niż nic. Co teraz? Deuterium to warp to the tier 1. Dobra, to też deuterium, to lecimy tam. Abandoned vessel, dobra. Leave the storage alone and focus on the saving from other parts of the ship. No come on, znowu aberrance, tylko ta RNG trochę mnie rozwala. Captain, we can now deactivate the grey mode. Ready to increase the warp core output. Czyli możemy zrobić coś z silnikami. Czyli z reaktorem, że tak powiem. Grey mode tier 1. Our energy return to normal, Captain. Dobra, czyli energia wraca do normalnego poziomu. Good. Now what about this thing? This array. I can tell, Captain, because of scanners detected a Maki vessel next to it. Scan for life signs. Dobra, czyli znaleźć jakiś statek Maki obok tego tego przekaźnika, czy co to jest, cholera wie, nie. Scan the ship for the life signs. Dobra, czyli skanujemy za oznakami życia. There are no one on board, Captain. Nie ma nikogo na pokładzie. What about the array, czyli ten jakiś tam wynalazek. Several lifeboats on board, Captain. Is one of the vulcan? I'm not sure, Captain. These signals are weak. Te sygnały są słabe, czyli jeden z nich jest wulkaninem. Czyli jeden z nich pochodzi z wulkanu po prostu. We just have to see them for ourselves. I want the transport room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get us to the uranium deposit. We need to repair the transport room. Collect the deuterium to repair transport room. A zobaczmy, jak ten statek wygląda. I gdzie jest transport room? Engineering copies, damaged. Holodeck. Switch on. Dobra, włączyliśmy podtrzymywanie życia, ale nie wiem, czy potrzebne to jest, szczerze mówiąc, na tym poziomie, to wszystko jest zniszczone. Science laboratory, torpedo launch bay, transporter room. Okej, ile on potrzebuje? Aha, potrzebuje tego. Duranium. Dobra. Dobra, to mamy duranium jakieś. Zobaczymy, ile dostanie mojego. 37. Okidoki. Now we have duranium to all we need. Dobra, teraz engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. Naprawdę, 14 duranium. Okidoki. Back online, Captain. Dobra, czyli wróciła do działania. Paris set course for array. It's time we got some answers. Dobra, czyli lecimy z powrotem na fly to the array. Przez słońca, co najlepiej. Nie spalimy się. Fajne te urywki są tych filmików, takie jak jakiegoś z serialu. Engineer Kim and Mr. Parks, get ready for your first away mission. Away mission present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Set heroes with the matching skill for your away team. Dobra, czyli wybieramy teraz drużynę, która będzie, że tak powiem, zbadała daną lokację. Dobra, Mr. Harry Kim i Tom Paris. Start mission. Decide on an approach and selected the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. If the skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Dobra, czyli znaleźliśmy jakąś planetę, miało być jakieś to budowla jakaś miała być świeża, znaleźliśmy jakąś planetę. Captain, we sent to the materialize in the middle of the cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestion what do we do next? Dobra, to zróbmy tak. Scan for any life signs or strange energy signatures, czyli skanujemy za śladami życia i jakąś dziwną energią. Sukces! Harry and Tom use the tricorders to scan the life signs and detect strange energy spike emerging from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate towards the corn and find a farm with people working on the field. The old man sits to the porch of the near farmhouse, stomping coś tam. Captain, this old man seems harmless enough. He might know something what's going on here. Should we approach him? Sure, no problem. Kto tu ma największą szansę? Ten ma największą szansę zrobienia tego. Okay, udało. Harry and Tom steps forward, squaring this and demanding answers. The old man seems to amuse that intimidated, shaking to himself and shaking his head. He's confused why Harry and Tom are early in this, not their turn yet. What the fuck is this? He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn toastem. The old man isn't much help. We try to find Maki over search, czyli szukałem cały czas tego Maki. There's a large bar, czyli jakaś wielka stodoła behind the farmhouse, za jakimś domkiem. Recorder readings are off the charts. There's definitely something strange about it, especially at the back wall, czyli coś jest nie tak z tym. To weźmiemy tego typa i zrobimy, żeby on to rozkminił. Dobra, sukces, zobaczymy co wyszło. Tom and Harry try to dispute the energy field causing the flicker in the air, but before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in wielding farm tools and weapons. Znaczy ludzie się zbuntowali, przez to zaczęli kombinować, coś ci ci ludzie. The old man approaches and reveals the barn of illusion, the back wall, dissolving the show of bullishing, glowing room when unsubvious people, including the two tattooed man and the half-killing the woman, lives on the surgical table, czyli jacyś ludzie leżą na stołach operacyjnych. Super partia. No i tak jak widać, oni tak wyglądają. Czyli znaleźliśmy jakąś klingonkę, jakiegoś ziomalka z Maki chyba, czy coś takiego, którzy byli gdzieś tam poddawani jakimś badaniom, czy coś takiego. The people must be the missing Maki. They are being held here. Captain, we must get them out of there. Dobra, czyli musimy ich stąd zabrać, krótko mówiąc. No i udało się. Harry sprints towards the half-ring woman, helping to rouse her, and she reaches out of the old man, stomps him, and looks consent on his face. Before Harry can reach a building, while light fills the room and everything goes black. Łogi dongi, co się stało? Jakieś doświadczenie zdobyli? Łogi-dogi. A sudden return. Captain Genuine anxiously awaits in the room of her away team when Harry Kim unexpectedly materialized behind her. What happened on the array? Whoa, I'm back on Voyager. What happened over there, Q? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? But we were just there, right, Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array. I hope you have a hidden piloting talent because we're short. Czyli co się stało z tym Tomem jakimś tam, który jest pilotem i teraz potrzebuję pilota, bo on został w tej budowli został, czy na tej planecie, cholera wie jak to nazwać. Captain, we are being held by the Maquis. Starfleet? Don't know how you did to our commander, but I can still run this break into your precious ship, czyli staranować chce statek. Run us? On of our own is also missing. I would make sense to postpone the remaining ramming until we all accumulate for. Does this sound reasonable? We're beaming over, czyli ci Maki się transportują na nasz statek. No i jest ta ziomalka, ta Belana, jak ona się nazywała, jest ten Tuvok, który też był w serialu, czyli wszystko się zgadza. Don't play games, Starfleet. We are armed and ready to defend ourselves. I won't have in any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. No, jest ten Tuvok, czyli ten naukowiec, chyba tak mi się wydaje, był jakimś tym oficerem naukowym. Like this, Captain Miss Torres, and just from you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Maquis. Czyli on był z Gwiezdnej Floty, infiltrował Maquis, krótko mówiąc. I never liked you, Vulcan. That's unsurprising. That is unsurprising. I assume I perform my Maquis duties to the highest standard. Pitak. You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Mr. Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay, and we cannot get back in this easy. Their salad and the communication are out of cut. Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to the engineering and find a way to bypass whatever jamming our communication. Report back as soon as you have the situation. Dobra. Captain, the ship is stressed, remaining critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources and engineering computers to mobilize additional workers. Personalized life supports, secure core decks and restore Deck 5 functionality appears to gain access to the engineering office. Dobra, tego nie będę czytał, bo mi się nie chce. Life support restore on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. Dobra, czyli tutaj... and of course it's a mess site. We have to fix it before we can even use it. Dobra, czyli mamy to naprawić. Repair in progress. Until completion, I would be logical to scan the planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Czyli musimy zbierać surowce dalej. Gdzie my nie byliśmy? Tutaj nie byliśmy jeszcze. Scan. To set curse. Dobrze, że te planety są blisko siebie, to... Dobra, jest jakiś statek. No 200 to za lipa. Deuterium, set curse. Dobra, office, engineering office repair, enter the ship. Engineering office fully operational again, Captain. We now have an additional worker team to carry out the task simultaneously. Dobra, czy mają jakąś ekipę do naprawy statku, że tak powiem? Logical, we should now focus on decks 2 and the mess hall, czyli stołówkę muszą naprawić, hall to ensure the crew's food supply. Maintaining the physical endurance that requires reacting life support is that section first. Whatever. No. Life support. Switch on. Life support restored on deck 2, Captain. Access to the mess hall is now possible. However, it has sustained extensive damage. Emergency rations are now currently deployed. After repair, the crew can access replicator rations, czyli racje z czyli jakieś racje awaryjne są im wydawane, takie jedzenie takie, a jak naprawimy stołówkę, to będą racje z replikatorów zapodawane. Dobra, mam 10 tego duranium, a kosztuje mnie to 6. I 3 cykle to będzie trwało. Dobra, to let's go, lecimy. Repair in progress. Until commission address secure to ruin must be cleared to create rooms for resistance section. Dobra, czyli tutaj musimy wysłać ludzi, żeby posprzątali te śmiecie, które tam są zgromadzone po tym wybuchu. While we are for work teams to finish this, we should continue to collect more resources. Dobra, to lecimy z tym koksem. Dobra, czyli sensor detected a dense cloud of interstellar gas with an unusual high concentration of deuterium, czyli mamy sporo deuterium. No spróbujmy zaryzykować. Bad, to lipa. Minus 20 do kadłuba, no to super partia. Mess hall, enter ship, dobra, czyli mamy jadalnię zrobioną. Mess hall repairs are complete, Captain. We should switch to the replicator rations now. I would enhance crew while brief. Well brief, czyli mamy rację z replikatorów, czyli będzie lepsze morale, tak mi się wydaje. Emergency ration premium replication ration. Replication rations are not issued to the crew, Captain. Dobra, to teraz. Keep restoring the system while repairing the in progress. Wait until the ruined room is cleared. Ile tu mamy jeszcze tego? Jeden cykl. Dobra. Dobra, system. Deploy collectors probes to save. Risk to fly directly into the atmosphere. Nie będziemy ryzykować. 300. Co? Tylko 100? No tylko 100 dostałem, ale lipa. 1000, to już jest na maksa chyba zbudowanie, że tak powiem. Gdzie tu jeszcze polecieć? Tutaj? Scan. Deuterium, dobra, let's go. Ruined room, okej. Czyli posprzątali ten rozwalony pokój. Ruined room removal concluded. Maybe you should rebuild some crew quarters now. I do wonder for morale, Captain. Build the room, select the empty building space to bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build the room. Even room needs to corresponding area, so plan accordingly. Crew. Keep returning the system that repair. Build emergency quarters. You can fill for under one crew in the building menu. Co? Nie rozumiem tego, co ja mam tu zrobić. Build room, czemu to nie chcę wybudować, do cholery jasnej. Dobra, co? Ile to wyjdzie? Cykli. 6 cykli, o kuźwa. Dobra, spróbuję z traktor biłem to zebrać. Nice. Full store, czyli mamy już pełen magazyn tego wszystkiego. Dobra, ship. 3 cykle jeszcze zostały. No deuterium mamy już 1000, to po cholerę ja mam latać za tym deuterium. Set course, niech leci. Your current technology is insufficient. Crook waters. Accommodate 8 crew instead Starfleet quarters. A, ten duranium jest potrzebny, no to skąd ja mam dorwać te duranium? Build emergency quarters. You can find it under crew the build menu. A tutaj to jest, dobra. Czyli gdzie to dać? Powiedzmy, że tu. Dobra, 4 cykle mi to zajmie. Coś się dzieje. Captain, the hourly jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail array. Caretaker, to się nazywa ta istota, która się znajduje chyba w tym pomieszczeniu, w tej stacji. Oh, it's you. Why are you back? I didn't have what I need. You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. It's the old man with the banjo, but he's from the entirely different compared to how it appears on the array. I'm Captain Germain of the Starfleet Federation's Starship Voyager. We meant you no harm. We just want to our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. They might have what I need. You'll just have to leave them. Dobra, appeal to its humanity. Dobra, wszystko jest 30%. Sense of away chance. Czyli użyć skanerów, żeby znaleźć tych dwóch ziomków. Dobra, to zrobimy tak. I won't really own the most of the stages. Scan the area for the life sign of Tom and Chakotay. No single of them, Captain. No humanoid life forms indicates at all. Who or what are we talking right now? Dobra, czyli nic nie znaleźli, tak? No dobra, tell us what they are. Ensure that we just save it. Their families, our friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. Perhaps that is the case, but I have no time. They just isn't enough time. Time for what? No, you are stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. You've been cut out, Captain. You're used talking in our back home, but out there. Next time, let me do the talking. Your method might have worked against the assassins, whatever, but this is a different kind of adversary. Captain Commander, Captain Commander, I just fall to see how this spirited debate will help us locating the missing crew. Perhaps a more logical approach would be beneficial. Huh? What? What are you? What? Right. You are right. To walk. It seems the Delta pattern is getting out of hands. What do you suggest? I have observed that the Aura have been sending energy pulses towards the field planet of the neighbor system, even since our array. Give the look of the important missing crew. Locations invading these planets appeals to be most logical next step. Dobra, czyli mamy polecieć na jakąś planetę, na którą ten array, czyli ta stacja wysyła jakiś sygnał. It's the only lead we need. Those mission. We're stuck with each other, then when we work together and go our separate ways, fine. Helm, searchers for the fifth planet of the neighbor system. Let's find our people. Set a course to the fifth planet of the neighbor system, maximum warp. Sector map. Gdzie to jest? Ruined room. Clear more ruined room and build. Dobra, czyli cykle. No gdzie mam lecieć? Tutaj? What the hell am I supposed to do? Dobra, emergency quarters already. Przylecieli, czy nie? Captain, we reach our destination. Orders? Continue. To już koniec dema? Czy WTF? Let's see what we have here. A new land. Following the captain's caretaker's energy pulse, Voyager discovers the desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Are Tom Paris and Captain Chakotay perhaps being held in this place? What makes the place so special? Appear to the away team. Prepare the away team. Do a generate scan of the planet. Przeskanować. Let's see what we can learn about this planet. It has all the basic characteristic of the M-class planet, but no oceans and river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Strange but interesting. Dobra. Check the energy impulse. Anything? No to worry about energy pulse. They are consistently targeting a single location and barrier place of the desert. I recommend an away team to investigate the area. There is something else. The invention between each pulse has decreased by point for the several seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The entity said that he's running out of time, right? Whenever this means, we better hurry. Dobra, czyli przygotujemy drużynę, żeby wysłać ekipa, która ma zbadać tą planetę. Coś przyleciało chyba. Captain, a small ship is approaching. They are hailing us. On screen. O, jest ten typek, który będzie siedział w naszym barze, czy gdzieś tam, on cholera wie. A Pickerel Alien i with us Miss Bernius Girim greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Dayham's Starfleet know the Maquis, however, even seen such a special before, perhaps an identical of Delta Quadrant. No dobra, jakiś ziomek z Delta Quadrantu, czyli to nie jest Netflix. Greetings! Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Would we find anything, mister? Nilix, never seems to ship like yours. Let me guess, you are whisked away from something else in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as such you've been heard in this story before. Thousands of times, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times, but the caretaker has been bringing ships here from months now. Caretaker? That's what the Okpama call him. However, perhaps he probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They like down to the planet with the Okampa. But Captain, is that a tricky place, dangerous? You could use the guide, but of course a guide needs a little, you know, comparison. Sounds fair. Wonderful to be held. I had to roads recently. These pesky void walls have been nibbling away and my supplies. Some food and water will be most welcome. If you help us find our missing crew, you can have all the food and water you want. That's a deal. Dobra, czyli mamy jakiś deal z tym typem. Rebuild Voyagers and explore the system of the cycles until Netflix is ready to talk. No i co mam teraz zrobić? Zobaczmy statek. Sick Bay. Emergency Quarters. Wow, to są ludzie na przypisanie nawet. Switch off. Disable upgrade. Dobra, tak to wygląda. Skip cycles. Overview morala. Nilix, dobra, jest Netflix, jest super partia. Dobra, system. Gdzie by tu polecieć, zanim Netflix zacznie gadać? Scan. Deuterium. No tego deuterium to nie potrzebujesz tak dużo. Chyba niech leci tam. Dobra, czyli mamy 370, mamy 900, a 1100 max. Rebuild Voyager and explore the system to skip cycles in Netflix is ready to talk. Shipwreck. Scan. Coś dzwoni, dobra. What a delicious meal. A culinary masterpiece. I have even encountered such a tangy but comforting, smooth, yet vibrant concoction. Concoction. What was I call it again? Tornado soup. Tornado soup? I saw thinking of the culinary wizards myself. You know, Alpharian has coś tam. Mr. Nix, I am pleased you are enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Oh yes, you're missing crew, right? Scan the southern condition and look for the range or that volcanoes. At their foot, you'll find a Kazon Ogala enhancement. Kazon what? One Kazon sector many. They called this part of the quadrant. They are a bit difficult, but with the right approach, even they can be reasonable with. I thought you said the Okana had our people. Oh, well, our Okana do have your people, but I just find them a bit tricky. Or my old pal Jabin, the Ogla leader might know where to look. He's a nice guy. A bit goofy, but he offers me a favor. Ask for more information about the Kazon attack. Anything else we should know about this Kazon Ogla? Warrant a precious confirmations around this pass. The Ogla they most get they touch trades, so a little liquid diplomacy will be go on a long way. Dobra, wysyłamy drużynę. Very well, prepare anyway, team. You all accompany them, Mr. Nilix. Kampa. To lecimy tam. Captain, reach destination. Return later. Send away, team. Wyślemy tu boka. Materials and small volume, but the sun burns down them merciless, and air is hot and dry, and sand whips into the eyes. Captain, our intercoders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get on begin to this dust now? Success. The white team pushes forward, butting the star with low visibility. Finally, they emerge onto a ledge wide with a clear view and the southern area, and it's the distance they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up and the massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. A przecież tego z nimi nie ma, to what the fuck. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. Critical success. Something creates approach in our mission, but bear additional risk. Danger. Approach the market by a danger level indication. Family such as challenge can result in injuries or even fatalities. Dobra, czyli jakoś mamy inną opcję do rozgrywki, ale to może się zakończyć rannymi albo nawet śmiercią. Captain, we just received the settlement. How should we approach the people? The away team approaches with weapons drawn and shoulders tensed. The women and children of the Kazon Ogla scoured in fear. The men aren't, but seems to intimidated to act. A tall Kazon emerges from the settlement. Jabin, their leader. He seems pressed by the waiting, but his face darkens and the sight of the Netflix. In the background, a badly bruised, you're just woman who looks nothing like the cousin, but more like a human with point ears. Peers around the corner. Seems like cousin do not find Felix and charming, and he led us to believe he should. We appear them, Captain. Success. The away team offers Jablin water from the replication function technology. Jablin accepts the offer and becomes more repressive. He explains that the Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker, who also provides them only source of water. As proof, Joblin points the buried Ocampa woman he has holding as a slave, explaining that she is the one of the few who have managed to reach the surface when suddenly Netflix grabs the phaser. He points at the Jabi and demands for the Ocampa gear to be freed. Okej, czyli ten Netflix łapie za fazera i chce, żeby uwolnili tą babkę, która jest w jakimś tam grobie, czy w czymś takim. These are greetings of our hand, Captain. What shall we retreat? Shall we retreat? Failure! Oh shit! The away teams secure the retreat and perhaps the favor some efforts, but the cousin return fire with greater accuracy. The away team suffers minor injuries before managing the escape. Czyli to jakieś rady odnieśli w tym wszystkim. No, critical success po 1. Dobra. Dobra, czyli Nilix znalazł swoją babę. More than gratitude. Safely back on Voyager. Netflix surprises them to rest of the away team, and he is just reduced woman kiss potentially. However, how deep does the relationship between these two go? Dobra, cudownie. My dearest Case, didn't I promise I'll save you? I know you won't come for me, my love. Your life and endurance, my crew. This is not how trust I build, Mr. Nilix. We was desperate, Captain, but I understand I was to prepare you. You can and your crew for something saving me. As Jabin said, the access of the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker selected it with a security barrier. We may be able to transport towards the barrier if we had the side breach. The transporter signal up leaving will be necessary. Excellent idea, guys. Can you help us once we located the bridge? Of course, it's the latest I can do. We have things to do. John asked her what she knows about the caretaker. What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations he has provided the Ocampas with food, water, energy and protection from the outer world. Any idea why he does it? Or where he came from? No, we don't have stories and legends about him, but they are just stories and legends. Nilix, not Netflix zapytam. Cass, Mr. Nilix is furious. How do you two meet? I met Cass when I was trading with the cousin Ogla. They easing her, and she was kind every the same like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts and made me laugh. He was the only good thing that in that terrible place. We fell in love. Super partia, zakochali się. I didn't admit I was your captain to apologize, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Dobra, we have to work to do. Lecimy z tym koksem. Already some get started on the transport side, amplifier and case. Well, go to the sick bay and have explained it. Report and active the science laboratory. To repeat the transport signal. Repair the activate the sick bay. Dobra. Ship. Science laboratory. Repair. Sick bay. Repair. Dobra, zostało mi jeszcze 16 duranium. Deuterium, to jest deuterium. Dobrze, to zrobimy skip cyklus. Czemu nie mogę tego zrobić? Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Dobra, czyli mamy to wynaleźć. Abort. Remaining cycle spray. Onki donki. Komputer Imitator Emergency Medical Holographic Program, czyli mamy ten hologram, doktorem będzie, tak jak było to w serialu. Introducing the Doctor. With the other options available, Captain January activates Voyager Emergency Medical Hologram as shimmering figure materializes in sickbay ready to provide critical care. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, out of the chief medical officer is dead, you have to take care of the sick bay for now, and this is patient's case. There's no need for concern. I am capable of treating an injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few major bruises and grouses. Nothing I can handle. You are in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. This was very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Don't my best, Captain. I am programmed for optimal medical care. We else really do. I know if you excuse me, I have patients to attend to. And a sick place to recognize. Dobra, co mamy? Energii mamy mało, tylko 40 mi zostało. Available 40. Dobra, system. Ile mamy? 926. Dobra, to skip cycles. Quarter problem. Transporter signal amplifier. Transporter signal amplifier. Enter the ship. Where it starts to produce, we need to repair workshop. Dobra, czyli magazyn, czyli tam, boże, workshop, jak się tłumaczy, workshop. Zakład jakiś tam musimy naprawić, czy coś w tym stylu. Tektry, o kuźwa, tu mamy jakieś drzewko technologiczne. Warp drive? Dobra, no niech to wynajdują, Boże, crew. A tu jest tego więcej, wow. Combat, engineering. Dobra, tutaj nie mamy nic. Science. Dobra, tu nie ma nic. Enter the ship. Workshop ready, Captain. We can start producing a signal and amplifier. Dobra, na styk mi wystarczy tych surowców. 3 cykle będzie to kosztowało mnie. The signal profile has been complete and ready to use, Captain. I would be wise to make us back on the campa. Excellent, 61. Nice, 61 mamy tego wynalazku. Dobra, gdzie by tu polecieć teraz? Tutaj. Small but stable spatial. It's not dangerous but could provide valuable scientific data. Tutaj mamy duranium. Deuterium, dobra, set girls. Nice. Mamy odnowione deuterium. To lecimy tutaj. Captain, we reached the destination. Order, send away team. Return later. Send away team, dobra. Dobra, będzie tuwok i balana. Upon materializing near to a tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there, taking the security barrier and in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch in fear and back off a bit. Watch out, shout out them. Their foreign warriors are back. Captain, the Kazan seems hasted and almost fearful. What are we do? What are our orders? Failure. A bold move takes the Kazan by surprise. A few confused Kazan fire away shots, but quickly against when they shows no reaction. The Kazan make no further attempts to interfere as the away team enters the tunnel. Captain, we reached the tunnel entrance. Using the transporter signal amplifier, now we find possible breach in the security barrier. Critical success. Dobra, super partia. The away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning for the barrier and for away on Barabla. After the thing's few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. The successful transport themselves towards the opening into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathing site, embedding into a large cavern of futuristic envelope with smooth white walls and emerges into front of away team, glowing in a warm with little and littered with patch of greens, the Ocampa City. Captain, inside the Ocampa City, but is this maze of streets and chambers. How shall we proceed to find Tom and Chakotay? Dobra, robimy to naukowo. Failure, to lipa. The away team told the signal and maintain communication conditions in the Unfolding City. Wasn't precious time. Eventually, they stumble upon a medical facility where the Tom and Chakotay are being held. They find their crewmates awake, but disturbed, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Chakotay investigates reach for a weapon, but before and confrontation can occur, the ground starts to shake violently. Jakieś trzęsienie ziemi pod nimi zaczęło się dziać. The message from Captain Kajimi cuts towards the joy of reunion. The caretaker area has apparently responsible itself and it is now firing at the tunnel entrance. Dobra, ten strzela tam do nich, ten jakiś typek, ten caretaker. Failure, super partia. Despite the best efforts, the team cannot keep out with the reporting collapsing tunnel. Forced to make some new breaking laps, the team suffers major injuries along the way. Soon they reach the exit and successfully barrier the only thing standing between them and their escape. The treacherous are immediately with the signal attempts focus. Captain, the connection is constantly being interrupted. We can beam out like this. To nie jest ranny. Super partia. Dobra, to weźmiemy tą. Sukces, dobra. Working quickly as the way team adjusts the transportation signal amplifier requires modulation compares from the tremors. The transporter signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to lock on and be beamed and materialize safely back on the Voyager. Dobra, czyli chyba znaleźli tą całą ekipę, tak mi się wydaje. Unexpected allies. Back on the Voyager. Tom Paris breathing a sigh of relief with Chakotay eyes his Starfleet resources with suspicion. The Maquis commander struggles to understand this sudden alliance. Czyli ten typek nie ufa, Maquis nie ufa flocie. Captain Chakotay, welcome to aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Kevin Janeway, and Mr. Paris is good to have you, my pilot. What a championnage! Now even they're replicated. I'm Commander Chakotay from the Maquis. Torres, what's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're just stuck with the Federation's sociopaths in the Delta and we should go getting back home. Anything you leads us to planet could help us? As if they know anything about our campus. The caretaker manager they might well have when he needs. Can you make sense of that? We woke up converted in scraps. The compass said that we need to send away to prepare some kind of plug. I expect we wasn't sick before. That's almost mentioned otherwise. With the same, but they didn't last. They didn't? Wait, you're both in sick by now. Dobra, czyli poszli do tych pomieszczeń medycznych. Captain, the condition is unusual. It appears that can be cellular disruption caused by the introduction of the foreign genetic material. The bodies are rejecting it, but rather violently, I might add. They are fortunate, as few days more the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material? How? For how? What purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately. Touch why you anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehensions. Prognosis, Doctor? I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, they should make a full recovery. Super partia. Enough evidence from us reasonable. The caretaker provides the compass with regional of this array. It's logical to assume that the provision arrived towards the energy pulses. They have increased the frequency since our arrival. How? Now he destroyed the in addition, he frequently mentioned running out of time. The caretaker has sustained the compass for millennia. Why this suddenly urgency? It's logical. My conclusion is that he doesn't not intended to continue his role as caretaker. Its fortune confirms my hypothesis. The caretaker is getting measurements to safeguard the compass for as long as they possible. However, this will run out of energy eventually, so he seeks as successor. Somehow who hold the key to the survival, compatibility with the caretaker DNA. This explains the additional and Dobra, czyli ten caretaker jakiś przeprowadza badania na ludziach, bo chciał się wszczepić, że tak powiem, w ciało ludzkie, czy w ciało tych okampów, czy jak oni tam mieli, ale to mu się nie udawało. I believe the caretaker is dying, czyli on umiera. If he dies, he tell how are we supposed to go home? We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker and more assertive approach might be necessary. The Vulcan's right. This is the governor emergency blood won't send us home. Well, blast out of way out. Perhaps torpedoes. We should withhold stern. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shield first, then perhaps phasers. Repair and active the shield generator. Repair, dobra. Phaser control room. Repair. Torpedo launcher bay. Co takiego? Not enough worker teams, dobra. Czyli z tym poczekamy. Polecimy, dobra. Shield generator jest zrobiony. Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. Dobra, czyli naprawiliśmy to wszystko. We are ready to as well as we will. Let's show the quadrant what we are really made of. Nice. Pozbieramy trochę tego śmiecia. Dobra. Tu jest maksymalnie 100 chyba. Dobra, to gdzie mam teraz lecieć? Quarter problem. Build a new quarters of your own choice. Deuterium running low, Captain. We've got a major problem between towing energy. The deuterium level has critical. This ship won't last long without refuel if we don't locate a new supply soon. We be after in space for all energy, no life support. We need to act fast. 25 seconds to accomplish this task. We will stack up the first. Captain, I have to be better than bad news, but the cargo bay is overflowing. If we find more of it, we need, however, to put it, we will just lose valuable resources. We want, wondering if we could expand our storage capacity, perhaps with a new cargo bay. Dobra, new cargo bay. It seems we have expanded, Captain. Is the Kazun. The lead ship is heading us. They're probably not calling out of chat. We have Maki Riders mentioned. We have support if we turn us into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazun have to say first. You don't truly believe you can defeat us? About getting home with Jabin, we will beam over to the RI and see what we can arrange that. That's all. After you, disappointed of firepower, we don't fear you, but we are not fools. We have not disputed with you. Then leave. The area is ours. It is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. The area is mine. The area is mine. Leave or face the warning. Right. Jabin, can we discuss this like with two civilized? He's disconnected, Captain, and they are opening up the weapons. Battle stations. Dobra, kogo by to wybrać? Start combat. What are your orders, Captain? Co ja mam tu robić? What are your orders, Captain? Cousin Carrier, dobra. No to rozkazy, dobra. Order your ship to attack, try to attack or defend the side of when defensive or offensive maneuver. Feel free to close. The battle is the hero's abilities can be activated either by selecting them with no mouse or by pressing the number keys. A blue countdown indicates that the ability is active, and while a countdown shows the cooldown time until the ability is ready for use again. For more details information about the efforts of the abilities, however, over the responsive image with the mouse. Tam to szczera. Maki? Dobra, chyba przegrywają, tak mi się wydaje. Moje tarcze są nienaruszone. Kogo napierdziela? That went better than expected. Our rider is still in the good shape. I'll keep it close, but just as case more Kazan decide to show up. You're strong, Captain, but there is strength in numbers. I have called the reinforcements. The array will be mine. Much time. Hail the array. Aren't you present? You need to send us back when we should come first. Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the camp. If I don't, the cousin will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Send us home. During us into this, you need to send us. Jabin won't believe his reinforcements have arrived. I could try to access the array system to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. No, I'm fleeing. The time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazun. They will annihilate the Okampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. Well, be standard. Please protect the Okampa. The caretaker fared away, collapsing into an interchrysmal form. Janeway is now faced with the impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Okampa defenses, or sacrifice Voyager's returns to the ensure their safety. The clock is ticking. He's gone. Captain, the Kazan are closing in. Still, shall I try to access permanently control system to send us back? Destroy the array. Zobaczymy, wrócimy do domu. Protect the Okampa, world boy. My responsibility is to access the control system. We're going home. You're abandoning the Okampa. They hail with the prime directive. They deserve a chance to live. Reconsider, destroy the array. Dobra, spróbujemy wrócić do domu. It's my ship, Commander. To work now. Success. Attempt to access prime control, Captain. This program the array is ready. Engage. Homeward bound. Now Jay makes the call. Voyager will return home. Tuvok activates the caretaker's technology and the building with light and infuse the ship. Unsuccessfully hangs it in the air. Will it work? Will this make it back? This seems to be frozen as the crew breaks from the unknown. Home again, home again. Voyager materializes in the Alpha Quadrant, the familiar stars of the welcome sight, but the joy of returning home quickly fades as Starfleet and Maquis meets eyes. Just mentioned moments ago, they were allies, untied by a common goal. Now back in the familiar territory, they resolved their alliance was vanished. We're back. Actually, we made it. You abandoned the quadrant, led them to the Kazon, another powerful enemy preying on the wreck. Just like the. I won't apologize for putting my crew first, Chakotay. If you remember, the only reason you and I formed this alliance was to get out our people home safety. And now we are back to the enemies. Is that it? You're going to hand over us over to the Starfleet? Let the Maquis go. Check it. You've been. I'm not ignore that. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to make the full report of Starfleet Command about how the Maquis regimented environmentally and attempts to appellate them. When I return to the bridge, I trust you and your crew will have made yourself scarce. Check it, damn it, what are we waiting for? Let's go out of here. Consider the blame. Farewell. Thank you, goodbye, Captain. Captain Janeway and the Maquis are going back to the Starfleet protocol. Logic, there shall be held accountable for the crimes. We honored it to him. When helps to us get back, they fought along us as Kazon. Without them, we would have made it back home. I fail to see how debris just completing Starfleet successfully protocols, Captain. The Maquis, they saved my life. What they did in the past, it didn't matter. I won't complain about their help either, but I told of going back into New Zealand. Though exactly my idea of happy ending. Maybe you could pull a few strings for me with Starfleet Commander. Resume him. I made you a promise, don't I? And you perhaps blah blah blah. There must be a rise, Captain. I show Starfleet what a pilot extraordinarily can really do. Gentlemen, it seems to be a rental has come to an end. Mr. Perry's and Setkers, blah blah blah. No i to było Caretaker. Captain, we reached the end of the demo. You received the fate of the brought Voyager home against all odds. A peaceful return, but you're missing out all of extraordinary adventures and discovery of crew would have experienced otherwise. Czyli wszystkie przygody, które mogły się tam zadzieć w tamtym kwadrancie, wszystko pominęliśmy. Add Star Trek add Star Trek Voyager across the onto your wish list and prepare for evening full joinment the full game launches. Thank you for playing. My menu. No i dobra, tak wygląda Star Trek Voyager, trochę dużo czytania, że tak powiem. Zobaczymy, może sobie kupię tą gierkę, może nie. Zastanowię się jeszcze. Dzięki wielkie, do zobaczenia w kolejnych odcinkach. Na razie, czołem.